so bad, so I can't really hear you for real.
You
I
can't.
want to put you up on the mantle, but I won't be able to hear you.
Can you hear me now? You good? Can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. I'm just saying
Okay.
that's why
Okay.
I'm holding the phone in my hand. You good?
Let me ask you. You're the best person to ask this question, right?
Mm-hmm.
DNA went on 15 Minutes of Fame, right? And he spoke about the spaces. And before you
Mm-hmm.
go, right, I want to say how I feel about the spaces. The boss,
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with the spaces. I was telling True for earlier. I don't have a problem with the spaces. I think you get good and bad in everything. I just can't come in and just poo-poo on the space. I'll be in there. If you're in there or Verb is in there, I'm probably gonna. Those are the spaces I'm probably gonna go into. You dig what
Right.
I'm saying? I don't go to everybody's space now. Don't get it fucked up. I'm not in
Right.
everybody's space, right? And I don't have an anonymous. I show my face. God damn it! But
Mm-hmm.
you said, what's your take on it though? Has the spaces taken over where the battle is feel away, or how you feel?
I feel like it's a repetitive conversation. We talk about
Yeah.
whether or not spaces has killed battle rap, or let's
Right.
before we even get to what killed it, we talk about the fact that battle rap is dying every couple months.
Right.
So, but somehow it keeps living on. I think
That.
that I don't know. Was the same conversation had about Clubhouse on whether or not Clubhouse was killing spaces or Facebook groups or anything like that, or has this type of dialogue only ever occurred since Twitter Space has been around? I'm asking you three.
Okay, I've been in for over 10 years, and I gotta be honest to your question, the boss. I don't feel Clubhouse. I never had Facebook, right? I was never in the Facebook groups, but from the outside looking in, the boss, I've never heard those kind of discussions about those
About
certain
those other
entities,
platforms.
yeah, platforms killing or demolishing battle rap like the
Well,
spaces does.
I don't. I feel like everybody has a different impression or expectation of what they think Spaces is supposed to be. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in the clip, because I didn't see the whole interview, I just saw the clip that's going around on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and in the clip, I think DNA was like, they don't talk about battle rap in the Spaces, and I mean that's partially true. But Spaces isn't just about battle rap though, right? So there'll be people that you know from battle rap in a space, and then I think people automatically assume that that's a battle rap space when that's not true. If you
Right,
see me in a space, if you see Briz in a space, if you see Twerk in a space, they may just be in the space, but that doesn't mean it's battle rap related. It just
right,
means that it's just people from the culture in that particular space. We could be talking about anything at all. We had like spaces 3 days in a row talking about nothing but the Sinners movie, and
right.
nothing to do with battle rap, but it was mostly people from the battle rap culture in there. So if you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, I don't know. I think it's the popularity of spaces, which I said that in the space earlier today.
Mm.
I think it's the popularity of spaces because a lot of people that kind of rose to notoriety, from for lack of a better term, came from spaces. Whether you're talking about battlers like Eunice and Rock Lee, whether you're talking about fans like Tati and myself, whether you're talking about leagues that have kind of merged from spaces or started doing cards in spaces, I battle and all of that. Weed and battles have his league that he does space battles for. So it's like spaces has given like new personality to battle rap,
Right.
and it has added an additional caveat. And then, of course, when you come on the YouTube, all you see on a lot, I think you may be one of the few YouTubers that don't upload spaces to your channel.
Mm.
So, yeah, if people used to come in on YouTube for interviews or recaps or whatever, and now every time you come on YouTube, all you see is Verb space, Tati space, Weed space, or whatever space. Now
Mm.
spaces seems to have taken over.
Right,
That's why
right.
spaces seem to have taken over all the facets of battle rap. And
But let me ask you this. He made a point that the battle rappers are make themselves too accessible, which to me is not a bad thing. It's not the greatest thing. I don't look at it more. I don't look at it negative. It's battle rap. I mean, maybe I look at it differently. I don't mind battle rappers speaking, going to different platforms. I got a platform. Who am I to tell a battle rapper you go to PSA Reloaded, but you can't go to spaces and have a conversation with other people? That just sounds mad, ignorant, or selfish. I think kind of. I don't use the word jealous a little bit, but it just sounds a little crazy a little bit though. But I would say this though: the spaces do be having some reckless conversation though. We have a lot of reckless conversations.
Can you give me an example of one?
You and Yoshi.
So you define reckless as an argument
Yeah,
or a debate or whatever.
We can get real nasty, and then everyone's picking sides, and then that's what happens on the spaces. I feel that if the boss is arguing with somebody, right? A lot of people love you in the spaces, right? The day of Yoshi shit, they were clowning Yoshi hard, and they were riding for you. So Yoshi felt the barrage of that, though. The boss, she's a battle rapper,
right? But an argument can take place anywhere. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So yeah, an argument could take place anywhere. But that's not something that's exclusive.
But would you agree to battle rap? For battle rap, right? The way people unite more in these spaces where it's unification, but it also can be where niggas beef also, right? Can we say that? Unification and it can get reckless? Both things can be true, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's good and bad with everything. Right. So there's going to be drama. Nothing is going to be, nothing's going to be PG, kumbaya, hunky-dory all the time. You have a myriad of personalities, people at different stages in life, maturity levels, etc. So people are going to bump heads. You're going to have arguments. You're going to have all of that. You're going to have tea that gets spilled. You're going to have all of that stuff that happens. But that's in any environment, whether it's a virtual environment or a physical environment. None of it is exclusive to spaces. That's what I'm saying. So people act like there's something going on in spaces that doesn't happen anywhere else. You mean to tell me nobody argued in none of the Facebook groups? All the Facebook groups, everybody just got along all the time, and it was nothing but heart emojis and smiles.
Not even.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So arguments can take place anywhere at all. And in the Facebook groups, there was a mixture of fans and battlers as well, league owners as well. Yes. So it's all the same thing. You know what I mean? And the battlers who come in spaces, they typically come in the spaces of the people that they have actual rapport with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I close out of Twitter, I can still call Hitman. I can still call Twerk. I can still call Lady Caution, whatever battler, Breeze, whoever, T-Top, of course, Av and Swamp, whatever battler, you know what I'm saying? Same with Tati. Like, these are people that they typically come into spaces of the people that they have those rapports with. They're not going into random people's spaces that they don't know.
I'm not either. I'm not going to random people's spaces. I'm not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Again, if I close the app, I can still call you three, like, hey, what's going on? So it's not like the spaces is and I'll just speak for myself, is my only link to the battlers. You know what I'm saying? I think people look at how many people are in the spaces total, and the fact that they go up to you, they get loaded up to YouTube, so it reaches a wider audience. But there's only 10 to 13 speakers in any space. That's in the host and the co-host, and then like 10 speaker spots. So we're talking about 13 people. Even if it's 1,000 plus people in the space, there's only between 10 and 13 of them speaking. And typically all of those 10 to 13 know each other. It's like a big group call. So unlike, Clubhouse, where it could be 50 people up there speaking, you got the same 13 people typically up there speaking, battlers, fans, league owners, etc. So I don't know. I mean, I think I'm not mad at anybody that feel like it's killing battle rap. How is battle rap dead? It's killing battle rap when TBL just threw the biggest card of 2025 thus far, and they did a space every week, sometimes multiple times a week, to promote their space, their face-offs, the battlers, their event overall, because it's a useful tool. So how is it killing battle rap when it's a lifeline for it? That's a contradiction to me.
And to piggyback on what you said, one of the most popular battle rappers in battle rap history, the Hollywood Mr. Hitman Holla, he co-signed the spaces. He said, like, I mean, when you got a nigga like Hitman co-signing, he's saying, whoa, that was kind of big. I was like, all right, Hitman, he co-signed it. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird how you got other battle rappers who are legends. You get different perspectives from different guys. Hitman thinks it doesn't bother. Obviously, if you ask Verb, it's not bothered. He loves it. You know what I'm saying? He rocks it all the time, right? So Surf was one of the first guys I thought was going hard with the spaces when he was home.
Spaces birthed Midnight Madness.
Facts, it did.
Spaces also birthed the first Intruders card on Bags and Bodies, and a lot of the birth of Bags and Bodies, low key. A lot of the contestants from Bags and Bodies came from spaces, actually.
I was in the spaces when they was in there when Hitman was picking Greedy and all
You
that.
see what I'm saying? So all of that Eunice, like the Eunice who just won Leader of the New School in 2024, Rookie of the Year in 2023. Rock Lee was Rookie of the Year of 2023.
Right.
They came from spaces. So it's like, so as Dice, you know what I'm saying? Another talent like Wusa. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is type of thing. So I get it. Is there some negative parts of spaces? Of course. But battle rap is a negative place. We're not gonna act like battle rap is all positivity outside the spaces, but then when you get in the spaces, they get toxic.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that up here.
That don't make no sense. Battle rap is founded on toxicity.
Absolutely.
So for people to act somehow surprised or bothered by the fact that toxicity spills into the spaces doesn't make sense to me. There's good and then there's bad in it because the recap in battle is also the first place people run to promote.
That is true.
Every league to recap a battle, to promote a battle. So, like, I don't know if it's killing battle rap, it's a very slow death. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right, let's go ahead, man. Swamp versus Easy. How you feel about the battle? How did you feel about the battle?
Thought it was good. I ain't gonna cap. Of course, it wasn't as good as it could have been. But I thought it was a good battle. I'm not gonna front. I can't front it out. I thought the whole event was good. It turned out, I'll admit it exceeded my expectations, because it wasn't as stacked of a card as you would normally see per se. But everybody on the card to me put on. But the main event, I thought it was good. I thought Easy first was it was good to me, but it wasn't great. It was just good, right? And I thought Swamp took off in the first. I thought his energy, his material, everything, he kind of like set the tone for the battle in the first. So I had Swamp clear in the first round. I thought Easy bounced back well in the second. Pause if necessary. But I think he saw that Swamp wasn't playing because I was watching Easy face while Swamp was rapping. I'm like, yeah, you see, it ain't a joke. Yeah, get serious out here. Stop playing with my boy. So I'm watching Easy, which Easy's defense is really good in battles, but I'm watching him. So I know he in his mind, he like, yeah, all right, okay, he came to play. So I thought Easy bounced back well in the second. He was like, okay, I could turn up too. You know what I'm saying? I thought Easy's second was much better than his first. Agreed. I thought Swamps was good as well. But I did have Easy taking that second round. You know what I'm saying? So I had it 1-1 going into the third. The building did too. Most of the people in the building had it 1-1 going into the third. Also, I thought the Philly crowd was probably, ironically enough, that was probably the least biased I've seen them be for any of the Trenches cards. And I'll go as far, not even just the Trenches cards, the card URL had in Philly. Like every card I've ever seen, even some of the Battle Academy cards, the cards I've seen take place in Philly. I think this card had the least amount of like OD bias gas. You know what I'm saying?
You were not in the building at them times when those battles were transpiring, man. It's hard to make that trade. You can make that observation now, right? Because you're in the building compared to prior when you were at the Battle Academy or other Trenches.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying watching from home, it was always OD. It always it was like, no, I'm just being honest. Watching from home, it would turn you off. It's like, yo, what are they doing? That was not, it's stuff that obviously wasn't crazy that they would be ODing for. But I felt like they were showing in every battle from Tex and Snake opening the card all the way up through the main event. I did feel like they were showing both sides love. If you was cooking, you was cooking. Right, if you was having a dry spot, it was quiet. So I thought surprisingly enough, I thought the crowd was kind of evenly killed.
All right, I had Easy 2-1 and everything like that. How do you people are saying Swamp choked in the third? Was that a choke? Keep it real. Oh no, what was that?
No, but from battle, no, it wasn't. But you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping a buck, and I told him the same thing. As far as the culture is concerned, it was. They're gonna call it a choke, and it just is what it is. It doesn't matter. He's not wrong. He did start hyperventilating, and he was struggling to catch his breath. So he wanted to get his breathing under control, get his heart rate under control before he got back into his round. But of course, with the matchup being as anticipated as it was, the promo being what it was, and all of that, it was a high stakes matchup. It was what it was, and it was an easy crib. So you got the first 2 rounds that was electrifying and fire. Then you come to the third round, and it's like, okay, who gonna close the door? Who gonna finish their food? So the energy in the room is at its climax. So for him to have any sort of hiccup during that round, they're not gonna show him no love. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they should have. It was what it was, but it wasn't a choke. So, but he was just like, man.
He brought it all the way back to the boss. He brought the bars to the.
Well, that was to regenerate the momentum, though, because it was like his third round was not bad at all. So it's like, sorry, why would they sit at a green light? Like, what is going on? Right, he ran it back. But if you feel like if you just start where you left off, nah, because it was in the middle of a bar where his breathing started getting off. You know what I'm saying? Where he started hyperventilating. It was in the middle of a bar. So it's like, yeah, he wanted to recreate the momentum. So he just ran it all the way back from the beginning. And you could tell that, of course, it didn't have the intended effect. It did kind of hurt his momentum a little bit.
Yes,
even though there were parts where the crowd was still repeating it with him as he was getting back to his spot.
That's true. That is true.
Yep, they were repeating it with him, but you could tell that the energy had shifted. It just did. The energy had shifted in the room. That's just the reality of the situation. So anybody who do got easy second and third, like it can't be nothing but understood and respected. You know what I mean?
All right. So you're being part of these battles now. If Easy does not come at you in that round, how's the conversation, you think? If you're not standing behind Swamp, those bars are not gonna hit. A la why Easy doesn't have Remy stand in front in battles no more. But you're a manager though, so it's totally different. I get it, right? But is it dicey now because the loudest things was coming at you almost? The most effective bars?
I don't know what you mean by dicey. At this point, I expect it's like having Anwar bars versus Twerk, or Tone Bro bars versus Snake, or anything like that. That kind of comes with the territory of having like a well-known manager in battle rap, right? I'm just also like a little bit more hated than the aforementioned managers.
Right. Thank you. You gotta add that part in there, love, respectfully.
Right. And of course, me and Easy don't have the smoothest history. Right. Which it's not personal. I know people like it's not a personal history at all. It's just it's all battle rap. So we don't have the. So I wholeheartely expected him to have bars for me. So this Swamp, like hopefully nobody was shocked. I'm hoping nobody was surprised.
Let me tell you what people are saying on the battle rap streets. They saying because he got at you, right? And what he said to you, and then he kind of moves off to the side to talk to you. So the aesthetics of that made that round look powerful for Easy though.
Okay.
You don't look at it that way? You don't look at it that way?
I have not watched the battle back. Right?
I watched it 5 times, the boss. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched
it hey, if you watched it 5 times, that means they got a good battle with some replay value. So I'm not mad at that. But I definitely see that could. I would assume that would be valid. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you look at it, like it could be looked at as Easy giving Swamp a dose of the medicine that he been taking since the information about him and Remy came out, right? Or it could be looked at as you're a little bit of a hypocrite. You've been saying we don't want to hear about Remy no more, and this, that, and the other. But then you take the same approach that you've been complaining about for the last year and a half, and you take that approach. So it could be looked at either way. The other, I ain't gonna hold you. The boss bars he had, the waste management boy, I thought was hard. I was like, okay, he kind of cooked with that. Listen, I don't mind being shot at. I just be wanting it to be good. The waste management was.
You gonna shoot at me, bro? Make this shit so hard.
Yeah. So if it's dope, I'm like, that was all right. That waste management boy, I thought he cooked with that one. I can't front. I thought he cooked with the waste management, but with the whole, you not the boss, you to this, you to that, you to that. I'm like, okay, you just wanted to call me a bunch of names. Yes. Kudos to you for that. But like I said, I think I don't think I did tweet it. But when he said, how you the ugly version of somebody that's already ugly, that was
Jack was straight. Jazz got a big
Nah,
story for that one.
I felt like that was the best part of that whole segment. That was hilarious to me. So again, I didn't take it personal. I think I was laughing as he was going. I'm like, all right, easy. Very, very predictable. And I even said something to him right after the battle. Like, I don't have no real smoke with Easy. It's all battle rap for me. And if he got real smoke with me, I don't know nothing about it. So, but it's just one of those things where it was what it was. It's gonna happen. So, you know. It was a moment. It happened, but it ain't the first. Geechee had. I wasn't even there when Geechee had the Boss Boy versus Easy. I was there when Big K had the Boss Boys, but I wasn't on stage. I was there when he had the Boss Boys versus Jazz. John, I wasn't there when John battled Easy with the Boss Boy. Like, it's regular. I was there when Shuni did the contract said, I can't get hurt, not you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Shuni might got the biggest one. I ain't gonna. Well, it'll be between Shuni and Geechee, but I think Shuni's was probably the best one thus far.
Easy's
but
looking crazy. Easy thing looked wild.
Well, I say crowd reaction, like when Geechee said the crowd erupted. I'm like, why is y'all reacting like that? And in Philly, they was going crazy too, but the crowd was bigger where Geechee and Easy battle. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit more echoey, but you know, it was a moment. Like, we can't front like it wasn't. So you know, put me in the books, man.
Okay, so let me go here. I like Swamp as a person. Forget battle rap. I like him as a person. No, he's a good dude, man. I always say that about that brother, man. Let me tell you what I like about him. He's not sensitive. He loves what he does. Takes his career serious. I just like him as a person, right? And I know he got a lot of stuff going on off air that nobody's business, right? That he deals with, right? When I spoke to him, I felt like whatever personal stuff he has off battle rap, he's using this for therapeutic reasons, right?
Right, as a channel, correct.
As a channel, because when I got divorced, I'm gonna keep it. When I got divorced, I needed something to just clear my mind. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? This year is kind of shaky for him, I think, the boss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Concerns about wins and losses. Are you concerned about that at all as a manager?
In an opinionated sport, no.
Yeah, but everybody got an opinion. A lot of people feel that he hasn't won hasn't had a W yet this year, a clear W yet.
Okay, well, a clear W versus a W is different, and it's an opinionated sport. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, like,
there is general consensus, though. You would agree you can't beat general consensus, right?
You can't be. I will agree that there is a general consensus. Yes.
Right. All right. So I mean, let's look at Coffee, Chess, Marv, Easy.
You saw the Marv battle?
I didn't see them. I just heard about the Marv battle. Don't try to be a smart ass. Don't try to be a. You saw.
I'm not asking you.
Don't talk about just condescending ass in a minute. Yo,
no, that was a genuine question because you included that with your list as though you said when we talk about this and you're talking about consensus loss and things. So I was wondering if you saw it because it's hard to have here's my point. It's hard to have a consensus loss on a battle that isn't published.
Okay, so let's exclude that battle out the frame then. Let's talk about other battles then. How you feel about the Coffee
battle? That's out.
We all saw it, the boss. I didn't like the battle. I didn't like the battle. Period. I didn't like the battle. That night was just weird.
No, I agree. No, I'm just giving you a hard time when I asked was that out? But no, I did not like that battle either. It was off. You know what I'm saying? As a couple of the battles that night were, but it was off. And he admitted he let the crowd get to him, and that's factual. You know what I'm saying? You can even hear me or see me anyway say something to him. Because the crowd was, you know, very talkative and disinterested for whatever reason, which I thought him and Coffee was having a decent battle, but it was some stuff they both had that was crazy that the crowd was like crickets on. So he absolutely let the crowd impact him, and he started cutting his rounds like mad short. You know what I'm saying? And he admitted that. So that's not a battle I particularly care for. No.
I like the chess battle, but I did get.
I love the chess battle.
I like the chess battle a lot, even though I felt that should have not been a battle that's on a low. I thought Swamp and Chess deserved more promo. I told Chilla that also. I thought Swamp and Chess are that dope that they deserve more promo with the other guys that was in it. But I understand the surprise battle. You know what I mean?
Right, and that wasn't his original opponent. His original opponent was Sharon. and then Sharon had some things going on, so we had to do a quick swap. So but that's the element of surprise. And I'm not, while I appreciate everybody saying, Swamp and Chess deserves promo and things like that, I agree with that as well. But I'm also somebody who has always complained when any league has been like, all right, we got a surprise battle, and the surprise battle be something that's not a surprise, that nobody asked for or anticipated. It's like, no, you don't have a surprise battle. You just have an extra battle. It's nothing surprising about it. Like, what are we doing? So I felt like when they announced Av and Cortez and they announced Swamp and Chess, those felt like genuine surprise. I was like, you know what I'm saying? The general consensus, their reception of those two surprise battles, like, all right, now we talking.
Let me ask you, do you wish, in hindsight now, right? Because I was not playing that shit with Cortez. He was not playing that time limit shit with Cortez. In hindsight, though, do you wish Swamp would have done the same to the Chess, though? Because after the battle, your Chess saying you Swamp, good looking out for letting me rap. And when you say that, I'm like, okay, you're saying that because Swamp.
Well, they both did that, though. They both did the same thing. After the first round, Av was like, go ahead, let him rap. It won't matter no way. You know what I'm saying? So Av let Cortez rock after that first round as well. So in the second and third, there were no time limits, no clock watching or nothing like that. Me personally, you know me. I'm all about business. So I'm like, hey, it's 90 seconds, 2-minute hard cutoff. That's what we own. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not the battler. So if they comfortable with they op, just getting through their round in its entirety, then you know what I'm saying? I let them rock, and then I let them know how I felt about it after the fact. But in the moment, I'm just saying, but in the moment, it's whatever they say they want to do. I'm always ride with my guys, but it's definitely because I feel like Chess was fired, first of all. Y'all know Chess was fired. So and it was just so dope to see him back in that type of bag. You know what I'm saying? So it really was an enjoyable battle to watch.
Best chess I've seen in a long time, boss. Best chess I've seen in a while.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But if you go back and watch that battle, whenever they TBL drops it, if you go back and watch that battle and you cut Chess rounds at 2 minutes, we're having a whole different conversation.
I'm in agreement. Total agreement. I told Swamp the same thing. Total agreement with you, boss.
We're having a whole different conversation. So for me, the competitor in me is like, man, forget that. Because don't get me wrong, I love chess. Y'all know big gun titles. So you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we there for business. So forget the camaraderie, forget all of that. 2 minutes and we out. That's what it is. But Swamp had some dope material, and he was confident in his material, and he was good. He wasn't really tripping. So, you know what I'm saying? Chess wanted to rap, so he let him rap. So it was what it was.
I like Swamp. I like Swamp's second round a lot, though. His second round was fire.
Man, he got lit in that second, didn't he? That boy turned up.
That's crazy.
His second was dope.
He has A-Ward next, right?
Next week on the 17th. Yep, in Jersey. In Trenton, I believe. Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay. All right, so I don't want to bother you with this, right? So I'm trying to ask you a question without using people's names. What is it about you that people have an issue? That you be honest, why do you feel people have an issue with you?
I'm not that likable.
I'm gonna say this: you don't curse at people, right? You don't even curse like that. You don't F-bomb. I try to get you to curse for years. You don't curse. You just don't want to curse. Whatever. Here's what I think about you. I've said this about you. I laugh all the time. Whether it's a fan, league owner, battle rapper, tries to get fly with you in the spaces, and I start hitting emoji signs and laugh emoji signs because I already know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen. I told you one thing about you, because I've been around women my whole life, the boss. I've been around women my whole life, love. I love y'all. All right. You could be very condescending at times, and you, without saying, you're dangerous. You know why? Because you don't curse at people. You kill them with intelligence. And that could be a mind fuck. Respectfully.
Can you kill an intelligent person with intelligence?
Wow. Can you kill an intelligent person with intelligence? That's a very dope question, love.
Wow. I'm asking you because you just said I kill them with intelligence. So my question to you is, can you kill an intelligent person with intelligence?
Yes or no, I think yes or two things can be true. Yes or no, I would say, love.
Okay, so tell me how.
All right, in one sense, right? Let's use you for a second, right? Boom. you had, I've been in longer for longer. You had as a fan, because you love to use the fan word. You're not a fan anymore. You gotta stop saying that fan shit. The years I've known you, people take what you say for face value. And whether y'all don't want to keep it real, whether y'all want to keep it real, y'all do, because y'all be having your panties in a bunch when the boss gives an opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
If fan A says something, right, it might not hit harder than the way you display and say it, right? Hence why you've had certain things with female battle rap and male, also male and females. Mm-hmm. So the question to you, ma'am, don't twist it on me.
I'm listening. Sorry, my phone going off.
What do you say to people that they feel some type of way when you speak?
I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you thought you was gonna get. I don't care. I'm just being honest. Here's the thing in battle rap, and I'm here, so clearly I love the culture, right?
Right.
It's founded on, again, dysfunctionality, toxicity, disrespect. So I find it quite asinine, right? That you can either, whether it be on the timeline through text and tweets or in a space or whatever, audio, whatever, you can do a whole bunch of SMDs and Bs and Hs and throw the worst insults at each other. And I'm not talking about in a battle. That's why I named what I named. You can see all of that get thrown. And because that's what battle rap is used to, that's an even exchange. Okay, you call me a B, I call you a B. You call me the P word, I call you that. You tell me the SMD, I tell you to tell your mama the SMD. So that's an even exchange. Everybody's good with that, right? I use none of that vernacular at all. And I just make my points clearly, concisely, and I ask questions. Because rather than me tell you that you're wrong or tell you that you don't make sense, I ask questions that you can't answer because now after I've asked it, you've realized you don't make sense. So now you feel like you don't make sense. That's not a me thing. No, I'm being honest. People laugh, and that's what people call condescending, right? Because but here's the thing. I mean, the problem, but that's real. So because rather than me curse you out, here's the thing. If I tell you up front, we're having a debate or argument, or we're on opposing sides of whatever the topic is.
Right.
If I tell you you're wrong about this, this is what it really is. Automatically your defenses are up. You're not retaining what I'm saying because you want to respond. You want to prove that you're right. You're trying to win whatever it is that we're talking about at this time. I don't approach things in that way. I'm asking a question. Okay, you feel like I'm condescending? First, define condescending, and then tell me how I meet that description.
But see, you switch it though. You see what you do right there. You see what you do. Right? You stop the conversation. You're good. You're so good. What you did there is stop the person from trying to dissect how they feel about you. Now you putting on them right now.
No, because you have to. This is why when you say people take what I say at face value, the reason why they do that is because I approach things from a place of logic, never emotion. So when I say something, even though I'm only giving my opinion comes across as factual because there's logic, there's data, there's analytics behind it. So it comes across as a fact. But it's literally just my opinion. And I have no problem saying that. In my opinion, this is how I feel, whatever. I have no problem saying that because that's exactly what it is. It's more potent because of the supporting details, right? So that's what it is. So if you're going to call me condescending, I might very well be it. I might define it, though. Because people use it. So if even with you said you're very condescending to boss. Tell me how. First, define the word, right? Because I don't want the dictionary. Tell me how you define condescending, and then you tell me how I meet the description.
Gina, if I have a battle, I would beat you. It's crazy.
I didn't say if we have a battle. Listen to me. That's not what I said. What I said, first of all, see, people only because whatever slick comments, whatever you want to call them, because they be a little bit more, witty.
Do you throw sauce in it?
Be a little bit more witty. Okay. People forget about what I'm commenting on, right? Mm-hmm. So now you're like, oh, well, telling Yoshi if y'all battle, you would be giving her the shot. That's crazy, right?
Easy.
Cool. But you skip over the whole fact that one, I was on mute and Yoshi started antagonizing me. I was on mute quiet and showed up, well, the boss and whatever she was saying in reference to clips and this whole thing. So when I come off mute to ask her why is she bringing me up in this conversation, and now me and her get into a back and forth, and then she says, well, let's battle. Let's set 3 rounds. Let's book it. I'm just a fan. Why are you trying to battle a fan? But if we did battle,
there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go right there. There you go. There you go.
We did battle though.
Okay, so
I would be giving you the shot. That's not so that okay. So this is why I asked you to define the word first, which you glazed over. You did not define the word because that's not condescending.
All right.
First of all, that was me trolling, right? Because we're in the middle of argument, but that's not what condescension is. You know what I'm saying? They keep telling you directly, like, if we battle, I'm gonna be giving you the shot. So clearly, I was trolling Yoshi and trying to get up under her skin because we're in the back of her. Why would you ask me to battle? That made absolutely no sense. What? That didn't make no sense whatsoever. So everybody goes right to that and like, oh, she thinks she's bigger than the culture. I keep telling y'all, don't watch. Guess what? If nobody watched the interviews with me, they'd stop interviewing me. If nobody watched the spaces that they upload of me, they stop uploading spaces of me. But because people watch, they keep calling, DMing, interviewing, and whatever. Right. So y'all consider me a sickness that y'all keep creating. I'm the worst thing that happened to battle rap, but y'all can't stop watching. It don't make sense.
I would never say that about you. That is crazy.
I don't understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, period.
I'm saying, I'm letting people know I can never co-sign that shit because the boss, if we're talking about battle rap, forget all the bullshit you dealt with this weekend. If we're talking about having a conversation about battle rap, you're better than a lot of dudes. I tell people all the time, bro, she watches battle rap. Y'all be in there thinking that sister know why she watches battles, bro. She watches.
That's because they having a hard time grasping the fact that, oh my God. And see, this is where the condescension comes in there, right? Because
you were trolling angry fan. Would you say that was condescension?
Right, but here's the thing though. Yes, I was absolutely trolling angry fan is a troll. So now we can't troll the trolls. What? Now we can't troll the trolls.
But then you got
anybody
people thinking you just started watching battle rap 2 years ago.
And listen to me, that's on. Listen, but 3. That is on those idiots. You can visibly see me on stage in several of the battles that me and Angry Fan discussed. That I acted like I had no idea happened.
That was crazy, boss. That was
there are a plethora of spaces where I've talked about Miss Hustle and Jazz, the original battle. And I told Angry Fan it never happened. Anybody who will believe I didn't know Sue Surf and Tay Rock battle. And then Lady Caution got up there and also said Sue Surf and Tay Rock never battled. Yeah, I think those two people who knew these gentlemen personally didn't know that they battled and we were serious. Y'all deserve to reside in the idiocracy that you're in. I'm not clearing nothing up. Yep, I just started watching battle rap in 2023. Factual.
Let me clear it up. That's not factual, right? See, that is not factual. I gotta tell the people that though, boys. She's trolling. That is not factual. All right. Let me make sure I clear
nothing makes sense. You think Jay Black would bring me on to the champion execs if I?
And I'm glad you went there though, because the Jay Black executive champ suite is a tad more different than other Twitter spaces, more professional, more heavy battle rap conversation.
And it's not just a Twitter space, but that is where we host some of our meetings. But yeah,
right. So I love when you guys are in there. That's one of my favorite spaces when y'all break the shit down and shit like that. You know what I mean? Are you okay?
I'm amazing. So I look okay?
No, just with the bullshit that's been going on the last couple of days. Are you good? I gotta ask you.
Do I look okay?
I'm talking about physically, mama. I'm talking about physically.
Do I look okay?
Yes, you look all right. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Do I sound okay?
Yes, you sound okay. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'm okay. I'm amazing, actually.
I hate the fact that shit went down, divorce.
Do you?
Absolutely. I didn't blog on that shit.
Okay.
I invited the parties that's going through the situation. That's what I do. I wait to talk to the people that have been through the situation. I didn't blog on that at all. You know what I mean? Was you out of pocket?
I had like 4 or 5 pockets on my pants, but I wasn't out of any of them.
I don't want to go there. You was out of your pants, but that's a different story, respectfully. All right. I mean, Lord, for a woman that's very secretive about herself, I mean, why they gotta get to the boss? I'm gonna come at you differently. I'm not gonna hype you up. I'm coming at you differently. How we got here though?
How we got where? Where we at?
With the sisters beefing and arguing to that extent though, man.
I'm very opinionated. It's okay. You asked why people have issues with me. That's why I'm very opinionated, and the way that I articulate myself is frustrating. I think disrespect is very easy to respond to, right?
Mm-hmm.
We live in a match energy type of world.
Okay.
But when somebody comes to you with a different type of energy that you can't match, you resort to the energy that you can't. Just is what it is. But I'm not changing. So I don't even know how to. This is who I am. This is how I am. So it is what it is type of situation. So yeah, that's where we at with it. I've already cleared up any falsehoods that were going on. So I'm not doing that again. But again, I thought you only asked me about the main event, but I thought the whole card was dope. I even thought the one battle I did see from the day before was dope. But yeah, everything else is light work.
Light work, no one.
Light work.
Can I ask you one question though? You mind?
You can ask. You can ask. What's the question?
All right. You were trying to make Peacemaker, right? I want to make sure I clarify. You trying to make Peacemaker with somebody, right?
I wasn't trying to do anything.
You went before that situation happened. You weren't trying to make Peacemaker, like trying to have a conversation with somebody. Hey, let's have a conversation, person to person, off the bullshit, and let's talk about whatever issues or discrepancies we have, right?
Listen to me. I wasn't trying to make anything. I've already discussed how that even came about, and the live.
You did not discuss it to the spaces where only 100 people hearing that. Nobody's all hearing that though. The boss.
I don't. Okay, so can you tell me another time I cared about clearing something up?
You don't care about shit like that. I already know you don't.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let everybody listen. I cleared it up. I cleared up any lies that was being told. Right. But if the nobody cares about the truth when the lies are more entertaining. So there's enough information out there. Trust me, it was in the space, but it's on YouTube as well. Okay, so if anybody cares to know the truth,
I mean, do you regret anything? Do you regret anything?
No,
not at all.
I don't do things. I'm not gonna say I've never regretted anything, but because I've grown a lot. But
right, because the conversation was that you went to make peace, that person didn't want to have a conversation with you, and they went left. Can I say that? Is that true?
3.
The boss. I gotta ask you. I got you here. I gotta ask this question.
You don't. It's been addressed already. Would you want me to send you the link to the YouTube?
No link. I just want to come. I'm gonna come at you differently because other people, to me, this shit is getting hyped up all over the place, right? And it feel like everybody wants to smoke with this person. I'm hearing this person say this. Everybody want to fight. Everybody doing subliminals. I'm not gonna come at nobody like that and shit like that.
Well, you should ask those people. Did I throw some? Wait, did I throw a subliminal?
When today? No, not at all.
Right, okay, so have you seen me tweet anything in reference to this?
No.
Oh, okay, so the people that you're seeing throw subliminals, and the people that you're seeing say that they want to fight, and the people that you see threatening people, you should ask those people. The boss is good.
Yeah, but you're behind it though, love.
I'm not behind anything. I'm not behind anything. I'm not behind not one threat. I'm not behind not one subliminal. I'm not behind any of it. But saying I'm behind it is wild. How am I behind it? I'm not behind any of that.
You in a situation, love.
That's not being behind it.
And then you gotta you gotta look at also, right? People are looking at because you're a business lady, right? And I've been hearing the last couple of days people say if a businesswoman should not be put in that position.
Mm.
You say what to that?
Nothing.
The boss, boy, you just want to give me nothing, huh? You just want to give me nothing. You give the you don't give me nothing, huh? And I'm coming at you. Ain't nobody. Just me. You talking? Ain't nobody throwing getting nothing on. It's me. You talking about a conversation.
I don't care about nobody egging. Naming stuff that you know I don't care nothing about is crazy.
Yeah, but people in your circle be egging. I feel like in your circle at times be egging shit on.
Okay.
And I think sometimes they gotta be careful with that because that could put you in a position to be honest, the boss again. It really can. People that say it can, just being real. You're outside, you're the manager, you're going to these events, you don't hide from nobody, you be outside heavy. You know what I'm saying? You be going to at least 4 or 5 events a year, goddamn it, you be going to and shit. Probably more than that now that you're a manager now, goddamn it, shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I feel you gotta tell some people to tone it down a little bit.
You said you feel like what?
You should tell some people to tone it down just a tad bit.
Oh, okay.
Regardless if they were looking for smoke and they holding you down, because people are holding you down, but it should just you don't want to say nothing. Look at you, yo, you're good, boy. You don't want to say nothing. You don't want to say nothing. God.
Y'all I can't win for losing, boy. First I talk too much, then I be quiet to listen.
It's me, you here though.
Listen, I heard what you said.
I
heard what you said.
And you don't regret anything you said?
No.
All right, can I say one thing? I wish you didn't go back the second time.
Okay.
You're not going to say that, though.
I mean, what do you want me to say to that? That's your wish. I don't know what you want me to do. There's no time machine.
I got you.
Hey, Ray J had a wish too, man.
Ray J had a wish too.
He did he not?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you worried about shit like this where it boils over to the battles and people use it as an angle heavy with your clients?
I'm not worried about it because it's going to happen. You can't worry about something that's inevitable. That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So you just know that that's going to happen, and then you factor it in and you adjust accordingly. It is what it is. It's no different than any other angle in battle rap. The boss bars are going to happen. It just is. As irrelevant and unimportant as I am, the boss bars seem to happen every single event. So, and that'll continue to be the case. So it's not the first altercation that happened in battle rap. It's not the last altercation that happened in battle rap. You
never been in a position like that before. I never thought I would hear you in that situation. I was kind of shocked.
Okay. That went down. But it happens. So yeah, it's like, the bars will come. They supposed to. The joke's gonna fly. All of that is supposed to happen. So you take that in and you just calculate accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But how you felt about the rest of the card though? Wait. So you thought the shots Easy took at me that was crazy for you? What you was doing when he was cooking me right there? You was laughing?
I knew what was gonna happen though.
Huh?
The swamp thing looked bad.
What you mean it looked bad?
When you put swamp to the side, I let you the optics of that. I knew. I said, okay, the culture they're gonna go crazy on that one. It's battle rap. Right,
but when he was spitting his bars, you thought they was crazy. You thought he was wilding.
It was just energy.
Right. Was you laughing? Did you laugh?
I laughed. Because I knew I was laughing though, because I knew it was gonna happen though. I said, oh, he's gonna do that shit. It was funny.
So you liked that? You liked when he called me a hooker and an H word and all that. You like the B word? You like that?
No. Let me ask, do you think I like that though? Do I come at women like that?
I don't know. You said you was laughing. You thought it was funny. People stuff that's funny is that you like. You like funny stuff.
Well, I would never come at y'all like that. So I don't come at y'all.
No. I'm giving you a hard time. But yeah, nah, it was a good battle.
You're a good deflector, boy. You're good. You're so good. You are effing. I want to talk to some of your ex-boyfriends, I'm pretty sure they got stories on you.
There's only one. First of all, there's no ex-boyfriends with an S. There's one.
Okay.
But You won't talk to him though. But no, there's no nothing. I'm regular. I'm telling you. I don't think I'm
Oh,
deflecting. I'm not deflecting anything. It's just next topic. Like, what are we doing? It's been dragged out long enough. But
it has been dragged. It has been dragged. It has been dragged
yeah,
out.
but no, I genuinely wanted to know your reaction because I know you love me, right? But I'm also knowing that you was there, you was at home or wherever you was watching, laughing.
The boss, because we knew it was gonna happen though. We knew it was gonna happen.
But you thought it was funny though.
Certain parts of it was funny. Can I say that?
What part was funny? What part was funny?
Just, I'm telling you, but I would say this though. The bodyguard looked like he wanted to flinch a little bit. Relax, my guy. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, I think they just on their job. I'm never mad at that. The only time I've ever seen a security guard like OD was in 40 and Yoshi.
Okay, 40 Yoshi. Oh yeah, he was wilding.
Yeah, he was out of line. Yeah, he was out of line. But other than that, I think security guards, like if they've never been security for a battle rap event before, they're gonna be a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Antsy. And if they have, they just more on guard, you know what I mean? So they doing their job, they trying to keep everybody secure. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, that's the only time I can remember a bodyguard just being like, all right, man, slow down, sir. But other than that, I was okay with it. But yeah. So
how many blogs have you watched of yourself talking about you?
Blogs, none. I gotta watch Restore Order. Everybody told me to watch Restore Order, so I'm gonna watch that later.
You said watch it?
Yeah, that's what everybody said. Everybody said watch Restore Order, so I'll watch Restore. Oh yeah, so I'll watch Restore Order later. So, but no, I haven't watched any blogs.
So what you gonna go Restore Order, watch it, and then go to the spaces and discuss it? That's how it's gonna go. I know how it goes. You don't want to talk to me, but yes, of course you are. Of course you are.
Would you like to make a friendly wager?
No, I'm not betting you. No, nothing. No. I almost thought I want to bet with you the other day when I thought C Bree was gonna be under your tutelage. I thought that was something going on. I was like, oh,
I love C. C Bree is so amazing to me. I'm not even gonna hold. Before I even met C Bree, I was like, she is so fire to me. Just across the board, I think she's beautiful. Skin be flawless all the time. But even just from a talent perspective, that girl be cooking. I love C Bree so much, and I think female battle rap needs her so bad. I'm not even gonna hold you. I think it needs her so bad. So I really want her to be outside more. You know what I'm saying? And I think she cooks 70 to 80% of the female battlers that's out right now. I ain't gonna hold you. C Bree is dope to me. But yeah, no, I'm very, you know me, I'm very honest and I mean what I say. So, Swamp and Ave is it, just me and my guys, that's it. But I love her. So I definitely want her, whatever she feels like she needs. If she feels like she needs management, I definitely want her to find one that's dope. Because that girl is so talented and so good.
I gotta ask you, are you in Truffaut good? You in Truffaut?
Yeah, why would we be bad?
Well, I know people. Tati, shout out to Tati right quick. I know she like the fact that Truffaut was the one recording. Me and Truffaut had a conversation about that, so he kind of wish he didn't go down the way it went. He kind of spoke about that earlier today, also. Yeah. So I don't know if you share the same.
I don't have no smoke with you. I don't have no smoke with Truffaut. I don't have no smoke with nobody. My lungs is like very pink and pure, and my lungs is smoke free.
You probably looked at it like, yo, my nigga, you a Midwest nigga. How you up there telling us don't do this, that, and the third? You a Midwest nigga.
What did he tell us don't do?
What he say? Y'all chill, no jumping and shit.
Oh, I didn't even hear him say it.
So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I didn't hear him say that. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. You switched topics on me. You went from a recording to something that he said. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I don't have no smoke with Truffaut. He did whatever he wanted to do in that moment. So salute to him.
Admiral Usta, how we feeling?
I like that battle a lot. And Av ready for it. And Wusa is deserving of it. Some people kept asking me, do I think it's too soon for Wu? But I think a lot of people been asking me that because they feel like
I love you, my nigga. I'm just saying, I love you, Wu, but Av we talking about, bro.
Av is Av. The boy is special. But the only reason why I can't say it's too soon for him, right? Of course, I got Av winning. I have Av winning clear. But Only reason why I would say it's not too soon is because Eunice battled Nitty last year. They came out of the same class. You know what I'm saying? Capo has battled, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, these are, and not just Nitty. Like Eunice's resume is crazy. Eunice has already battled Chef Trez, etc.
Before you go, you would agree Wusa's resume doesn't come close to Eunice's right now, though.
Right, but Eunice had to start somewhere. Eunice and Chef Trez battled in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Chef Trez is a top tier, a puncher, and all of those things. And if I'm not mistaken, that was the year that Chef Trez was number 3 on the Cody list. That was the year Big K won. Yeah, that was the year Big K won. Twerk was number 2, and Chef Trez was number 3. So Eunice has still had like a really dope resume. So when they was booked to battle Nitty, when he was booked to battle Nitty, and then the other top 6, you know what I'm saying? Nitty has battled. The Nitty battle Authentic. He battled Safleur Soul like a couple months after Safleur came out of the Crucible. So they have been getting like that. To me, it's not abnormal. Whether or not it's too soon, that we won't know that until after the battle, and then we'll be like, "All right, man, we threw him out there to the Sharks, pun intended," and you know, and he didn't make it. But if he get out there and he able to swim with him, now he's not beating him. Yeah. But if he get out there and he's able to swim with them, then it's like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he can keep getting names of similar caliber, you know what I mean? But I think Wu is dope. I think he's done a great job of kind of showing that the Safleur battle and the Fonz battle don't define him, and then was kind of like one-off, so to speak. You know, so right? No, he was good versus T-Top.
No, he was good against T-Top. I'm saying.
He was good against T-Top. He was good against Foots. Like I feel like Wu, you know what I'm saying? Wu on his thing. He was good against Bad News as well. Bad News just had an insanely long round. But Wu had some news flips that I had never heard before. And for Bad News to be battling as long as he was, and an easy name to flip like News, for him to still have creative original material, I think that was dope. So I really like what Wu do. I'm interested to see what he put together for Av, and I know what Av got for him, so I think they're gonna have that's my battle of the night on that card.
Over Jay the Nightwing and Tay-Rock?
Yes.
You wildin' the boss. You wildin'.
I said what I said, but Rock is my GOAT though. I just think that I just think the punch is just gonna be so crazy. And it also may be not knowing what to, like, the X factor with Tay-Rock and Jay the Nightwing. I don't know what to expect from that battle. You know what I mean? I don't know what their conversation is. I kind of know what the conversation is for Wu and Av. So because I'm not quite sure what to expect other than Rock being Rock, the GOAT. And then Jay the Nightwing.
Yeah, he's that guy right now.
Jay the Nightwing to continue on the incline that he's been on, because he was fired versus Sheedy.
Cody, he's on a Cody run.
Oh, okay. I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting. You all right?
He got 2 classics with Sheet Happens and Ill Will.
And right now. And Ill Will, yes. And his battle with Manflex was fired too, but that was last year.
And the Geechee battle before that was also good.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, he got 2 now classics, you know. Salute to Jay Black. I feel like we might be throwing classic out there too soon. But amazingly fire battles, definitely Bodie contenders for 2025. But those 2 battles are not even 6 months old.
Yeah, I wouldn't say classics. I would say battle of the year so far. I was on the C word on that, but for 2025, those
for sure he got two high Bodie contenders. And I expect Jay the Nightwing to continue on that.
It will though. I'm not mad if someone threw the C word on there, though. I ain't gonna hold you though.
Ill Will third might have been the best round of the weekend on like if you include Houston Barcode's card on like a 30+ battle weekend. Right. Ill Will's third round might have been the best round of that weekend. But that's what I'm saying. I expect Jay the Nightwing to continue on his incline, and I expect him and Rock to have a dope battle. But again, I think it might be because I don't know what to expect from that battle. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to have that as my battle of the night. It would definitely be my runner-up just because Rock is so consistent and just so amazing to me, right? And then just as amazing as Jay the Nightwing is being, if he continues that, then it's hard to deny what they gonna do. But I just have my expectations are just a little bit more set with the Av and Wu battle, so I can kind of say I got them as my battle of the night. And I got T-Top. I'm telling you, T-Top and J2 is my sleeper battle.
Okay. I got T. Who you got with? I'm about to ask you a retarded question here. Who you got winning to Jay the Nightwing and Tay-Rock?
The GOAT. Listen to me. There's no battle I don't care. Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus, whoever Tay Rock is scheduled to battle, I have Rock. You have to show me that you can beat Rock. I'm never going to.
So going into the battle, you're always going to pick Tay Rock, basically.
Always. You have to. He's earned that, in my opinion. You have to show me that you can beat the GOAT. That's it. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to always have Floyd Mayweather boxing. Who? I got Floyd. Show me that you can beat Floyd. Show me.
What you think about Easy and Twerk Part 2?
Got Twerk. Crystal clear. I've always had Twerk though. That's not a DeBoss and Easy thing. I've always said when Easy was on his turn and it seemed like he was absolutely unstoppable, I always had the same 3 to 4 names that I thought was the only ones who would be able to derail the killing spree that he was on, and Twerk was always on that list. Twerk is man, listen. He has to beat himself, pause if necessary. But that's it. I'm just saying, Twerk has to beat himself. That's just the only way. He has to. I don't think Easy. I don't. But I mean, if Easy get in there and cook him, it is what it is. I have no problem saying it. Anytime I've ever thought Easy won a battle, he won. I would now, because Ill Will was an upset. I definitely thought Ill Will was gonna go in there and really give Easy a run for his money, and that didn't happen. Easy cleaned him up. It wasn't nothing you could do about it. So if Easy win, cool. But it's nothing that I've seen from Easy that will make me think he could beat an electrifying Twerk. It's just not. So he'd have to show me that he could do that.
All right.
Who you got?
I'll let you know when it happens. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now. Can you stay out of trouble, please? Please.
I was never in it.
Stay out of trouble, please. I love you. Please stay out of trouble.
Yes.
Please. And calm them young folks down that's in the spaces with you too, please.
Well, apparently they put the battery in my back. Huh?
OG, you gotta slow them down. You the old head in there. You auntie.
Am I the OG or am I the one who get charged up and get the battery put in my back? That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't pick up y'all man. Did I get charged up or am I the OG?
Both.
I promise you it's not both. Nobody can charge me up. Nobody can charge me up. Nobody can talk the boss into anything. I feel like you know that.
They didn't know. That's what it's perceived.
Nobody. There is not a person on this planet except my daughter. But there's not a person on this planet that can talk me into doing something. Not one individual. But yeah. I will, if you got Easy though, or if anybody who making all these insulting comments about me in the YouTube comments, because y'all gonna have them right down there. So if any of y'all want to bet on Easy versus Twerk, you know what I'm saying? Y'all all know my Twitter handle and everything.
She loves betting, boy. She loves betting on battles. Boy.
I love betting on battles. So, you know, the E-Hive is strong. You know what I'm saying? Easy got a force behind him. I ain't mad at him. So all E-Hive members that would like to bet on y'all leader, hit me up on Twitter. I'm accepting every bet, every single, minimum $50. I'm accepting every bet with a $50 minimum.
That's the minimum?
Yeah, I don't. People hit me up. I got 20 on. Yeah, you got to take that somewhere else.
I don't do $20 bets either and shit. I got respect for these. $20 bet. Some niggas trying to $10 bet me when it's bro $10, my nigga.
Not doing that. Yeah, and I prefer 100 or better, but 50. I want to respect everybody's financial situation or whatever. So, I'll do a $50 bet. I'm not mad at that.
All right. Oh, are you hyped for Snake and Rex? You like that battle?
I do like that battle a lot. I feel like I'm going to like it more because Rex and Snake, like we tell them, like it's by the time that battle get here, we're gonna think they are mortal enemies. So I expect the promo to be on 1 million. Absolutely. And it's in Harlem. Like it's so much involved in that battle. So I actually really like it a lot. And I ain't gonna cap. I have been like really impressed with Snake's last 2 performances. I really like what he did versus Capo. I did have Capo winning the battle, but Snake was fire to me. I can't hold you. And I thoroughly enjoyed him and Tex. Like I'm talking about, like I know I'm seeing a lot of people say Danny and King for battle of the night, which I'm not mad at. I just feel like I enjoyed Tex and Snake a little bit more. And maybe it's the shock value of it.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. I can admit that it might be surprise factor, right? Because I don't know if my expectations for that battle was as high. So when they came and they opened the card and smoked it, it's easier for like King has been dope to me. Like King has always been like one of the front runners, kind of like I kind of view King as like the face of the trenches, right? Danny is Danny. Danny do what he do, especially when you're talking about versus the younger guys and the newer talent. So I feel like they met my expectations and gave and delivered a fire battle. Tex and Snake well exceeded my expectations. So me feeling like I enjoyed them more, there may be some shock value in there that I genuinely didn't expect it to be as good. And it was so dope to me. So, but I really liked that battle.
All right. Well,
So I'm definitely looking forward to him and Rex. And Rex be talking crazy. Rex is Rex, man. So that's gonna be a goodie. But it has to happen in Harlem. So
Snake Eyes told me last night. He pushed back. Snake Eyes said last night he doesn't. It seems like he wants it to be on TBO.
That don't mean it can't be in Harlem. You can throw a card anywhere.
He wants to be on the Hitman Mook joint. He thinks it should be.
I'm
not mad at it. If you're trying to push that, I ain't mad at that.
I'm not mad at that because that's a super dope look. So I fully understand why he would want it there. I just think for more of just like that real battlefield, I just feel like it belongs in Harlem. Same thing with Av and Big K. I feel like whenever Av and Big K battle, it should be in VA. Them battling somewhere outside of VA just doesn't make sense to me. Of course, I'm gonna watch it wherever it happens at, but it's one of those it should be in. That would be like Hitman and Verb if they battled in New York. Like, why? If y'all don't come to St. Louis, like that's a St. Louis battle. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it should be in Harlem, but I definitely understand why Snake wanted on that card. That's gonna be a monumental card. So it makes sense, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Let me get that promo and that face off. That battle should probably have 2 to 3 face offs, man. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, I ain't with that. I'm with that. Well, love, it's nice talking to you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't really want to talk about a lot of stuff, so I appreciate you as always.
I'm here.
Yo, I ain't met that smile, boy. Cause I know you, bro. That's why, man. Bye, the boss. Bye. I love you, mama.
Bye, 3.
Bye, man. Shout out to my sister, the boss, man. Y'all know the vibes already. Shout out to boss.